Culture Gumbo. Will
Yeah.
is drinking Hood Hawaiian Punch to start the show off. We hope that's all that's what's in there.
Yeah, don't ask no other questions about that.
So welcome to Culture Gumbo. I am one of your hosts, Shakira, and
what up, though? It's your boy Will. Just how you feeling? How you be? I know y'all miss my face, you know what I'm saying? Or if you listening to this podcast somewhere, I know you miss my voice. And I'm just letting you know, I miss you too. You know what I'm saying? That's for all the aunties out there. You know what I mean? So.
He trying to get hitched this year. So y'all watch out.
Listen, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
So we talked about 2 weeks ago or a few weeks ago, whenever the last few times you've listened to us, that we were doing this 90-day challenge to kind of like put ourselves back in motion for whatever we were trying to accomplish in 90 days. Right. So Will shared some things that he was working on, or 3 or 4 things that he was focused on. And I also shared some. So Will, let's talk about how you doing in this 90-day challenge and what's happening good or what you feel like you're struggling with.
So I'm not gonna say it's going bad, because one of the things I said was I was gonna show myself more grace. It's work in progress. So one of the things that I realized about myself is that I work extremely hard constantly. If you know me, you know that even on my days off, I'm working. Shakira gets on me honest about this all the time. But I also have an issue because of burnout with consistency. So I've been wanting to be more consistent in the things that I do. So right now, of course, you know, we have the Culture Gumbo podcast. I have the MTMV Music and Sports podcast. I have the Main Card podcast, and also have the Full 94 podcast. So with those, I've been striving to be more consistent in the work that I do. That means getting better in everything that I'm doing. Also, personally being more consistent in my life. You know what I'm saying? If you, like I said, once again, if you know me, you know I had issues during the pandemic, actually gut health issues, and I've been taking care of that. Your boy's down 80 pounds. Yeah, so I had a hernia, so of course, you know, TMI, whatever. But I've been more consistent with everything from my eating habits, because I don't eat, and everything else. So I've been doing really good about everything. But I do find on the 1 or 2 days since we started this that I haven't been consistent, I am evil to myself. Like, when I say I'm evil to myself, like, yo, I will have that bad day where it grows off, and I'm like, yo, you are fucking failing right now. And this is how I talk to myself. But once again, if you know me, I encourage my friends on a consistent basis. I mean, almost to the point to where they're like, how do you believe in me like this?
Right. So then the question is, how could you not believe in you like this?
Because I'm a perfectionist.
You said that. You're right about that.
I'm a perfectionist through and through.
Well, Will is a procrastinating perfectionist. Let's just
explain what a procrastinating perfectionist is.
So a procrastinating perfectionist is exactly what he just described. You will talk yourself out of what you're supposed to be doing and who you are. So it's like, I'd rather talk down to myself so I could tell myself that it's not even worth it for me to even do this, because it's not perfect. And if it's not perfect, then I'll need to do it. And if I can't do it in this time, then we can't get it done. So I'm just not going to do it because I don't think it's right. And the reality is, time waits for no one, A. B, there's no such thing as being perfect. Nobody's Jesus in this room. And nobody's God, nobody's whatever you worship or whatever. So the thing about it is it's okay to be meticulous. It's okay to be detailed. But at the same time, you have to set yourself a deadline.
Yeah.
So if you guys are looking at our social media and you're wondering why we're not on there yet, I'm just gonna throw, since we on this 90-day
Oh,
accountability, it's because the procrastinating perfectionist is waiting for the right perfect post to post or to say or to feel like that. But the reality is we want y'all to know about us, and we
first
want
person to
more
say
people
anything.
to know about us. So we really don't
Wow.
care that you have a video or anything like that. So go ahead. Well, what else is going on?
You know what? You will start getting content for sure beginning on Tuesday. Scott is my witness.
We're in a new month.
That was wow. You really just kind of just like a baby, you threw me out in the water. And you know what? I got it honest. I accept it. It's all good. Shakira,
That's
tell us
not the
about you.
goal, to throw you out with the bath water,
No,
baby
I need it.
water.
I needed it because we've had some really good shows and some really good clips and even things that we can share. And I'm just like, that just don't feel right. But you're right. So we will start getting this content out there, and y'all better fucking follow us.
And
Shakira,
for y'all who are like Will, because he's not alone, it's a lot of y'all out there that will be so far here that you forget the main reason as to why we're doing anything. So if y'all are like him, just realize, go back to the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing,
for the
and
love.
realize that it has nothing to do with you and more about who you're trying to reach and what your ultimate goal is. Because if you don't put that book out there, if you don't put that podcast out there, if you don't put that video or story out there, nobody is going to actually know who you are and what you like to do. And then you're going to sit back and wonder why you're not where you want to be. It's you.
I'm excited to hear where you are in your
So
90 days because you're
let's
on
talk
one right
about
now.
my 90 days so
Let's
far.
go.
Okay. So we're actually, right, this is July. So we have the whole month of July, and we have the whole month of August, and then September, hopefully we can say, yes, this is where we're at. So me, I realized how important it was that I need to take a break. I've had these moments. I sacrifice. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My bank account don't say much right now. It says you might just be having protein shakes and eggs for the rest of, and water for the rest of these next 2 weeks. But the reality
Don't let her
is,
fool y'all. She drinks some expensive water, but go ahead.
whatever. But the reality is I decided to take a break, went to Panama. I
Yes.
actually spent 2.5 days by myself in Panama. And I think it was really needed. Like, it was really needed for me to actually like spend some time by myself with just my thoughts, no work, no email. I even had auto replies set on my emails. I have never done that in my entire life of 25, 30 years of working. Not 25, about 20 of years of working. I have never ever sat and did an auto reply, because I'm always still working, even when I'm not working. So right now, so far, taking that break was the beginning of me saying, let me let go of some things. Coming back from that break was the reality of me saying, let me embrace some new things. So right now, I'm striving, I'm applying for new opportunities, career-wise. I am investing in myself. So I have bought some things on how to have Airbnb, because my thing next is I got to get my money up so that I can make money passively. So I'm working on that, learning about Airbnb and figuring out a strategy to get my money up, to be able to buy or condo or whatever. And what else am I working on? Oh, and enhancing our podcast. So I just bought Kev on Stage masterclass, because if you want to be where you got to go, you take an opportunity and find out what the people that are successful are doing. So that way, this podcast, I'm not 20 more podcasts. And probably another thing I'm working on is business and tax tips that I'll be giving for all small entrepreneurs. I don't have a name right now, so don't copy me yet. But those are the things that I'm working on right now for this month. And it's right now, it's about me investing in me creating boundaries for me taking time when I need to, and me doing it scared. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all on here, I'm afraid to jump. There was a time in my life I was never afraid to jump. Now I'm afraid to jump because I've jumped so many times and decisions weren't the best decisions, or I jumped too quick. So it's going good. So I can't wait to continue to update you guys and say, hey, this is where we are, this is where I am. But it's about me right now, and I'm okay with that.
Killing it. Killing again. Y'all had to see her stories and her pictures, yo. She out there glowing out in the spot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? She's out there chilling. I know you was out there looking for your Winston. You know
Listen,
what I mean?
if he was out there, I was definitely looking for him. Okay. I'm not going to lie about that. But I decided to do a photo shoot because I don't take photos at all. I don't think I'm photogenic. I don't like photos. So I decided to get out of my comfort zone and say, you out here by yourself, book a photo shoot. What you got to lose? Nothing.
So I'm gonna say this, right? And usually you always say it's on the other side. You are inspiring me because as you know, I have never been big on vacations. And I had a conversation with my parents about I have younger siblings, and while I was going through school and going through grad school, they were taking vacations and I was turning down the vacations because I was so focused on getting things done. And now I'm like, I've got all these things done. It's like, where are my memories at? Like, you know what I'm saying? What did you do? I mean, you and I talked about even grad school after, like once I got the degree, I was like, so what am I supposed to do next? So like watching you, it has inspired me. So I appreciate it. I'm definitely planning on, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a cruise really soon, but like seeing you out there, especially in a piece that I haven't seen you out there in a while, was
that I haven't had. That I literally, I'm coming off of like 3 months of straight depression and anxiety.
Definitely proud of you. Definitely proud of the growth. Excited that you're stepping out. Excited for everything that's to come. So that's dope. So we'll have another check-in. Not this next episode, but the episode after next. Where we'll do another check-in. We will be doing our last check-in, I believe, at the end of August, because September, the September show is going to be the one where we talk about the 90 days and what we learned and everything else. So definitely keep up with this. But let's get in to the pot. Like, we got some things to cover, some funny things, some not so funny things. But we definitely want to talk about our culture news first. So let's go ahead and get into that. So first and foremost, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this article, I got pissed off. I almost lost it. So if you haven't been able to pay attention, the 1955 arrest warrant in the Emmett Till case was found in a court basement. So basically a team of researchers that included Emmett Till's relatives actually found unserved arrest warrant for the white woman who led to the accusation of his murder. So if you're not familiar, I'm not gonna say the young woman, the old ass lady who
she's 80 years old now.
Right. So the woman, her name is Carolyn Bryant Donahan. She was never charged in the case, even though that she admitted that she lied. She basically told people that it was Emmett Till who caused it. And if you're not familiar with the case, definitely read up about it. Don't want to get into the gruesomeness of it because
it's devastating.
I'm mentally there right now. And I don't want to do it. But they found these court documents that she was literally never served. At the time of Till's killing, she actually married a gentleman named well, not Gemma. She actually married Roy Bryant. Now, Roy and his half brother, they were actually people who murdered Emmett days after it was said that he actually whistled at her during the encounter at their store. Now, the discovery warrant was actually issued by a sheriff in a place called LaFleur County. And it was dated on August 29th, 1955. It charges the two men and Ms. Donham, identified as at the time as Ms. Roy Bryant, with his kidnapping. The current clerk of LaFleur County Clerk's Court actually certified its authenticity.
Right. Did you see it?
Yeah. So I want your thoughts on
crazy to
this.
me. So, and then the fact that the charge on the court order just said kidnapping, not murder. A. B, her name was listed. C, why are we just now finding this out all these years later? Okay. I feel like, I don't care that she's 80. I don't care. She may only have 10 more years left of life. She may have 20 more years for all we know. She may be living longer because of what she did, because sometimes God does that too. So you could live in your truth. So I feel like, should she be arrested at 80? My answer is, part of my answer is,
yeah. Hell yeah, she should be arrested. Let's not sugarcoat it. So the fact of the matter is that she wasn't arrested because on the back of the warrant, it stated that she was not located in the county at the time.
But
now, the what's frustrating is that there's some people who are saying, there's experts who are saying that even though it was not rescinded, so the warrant was never rescinded,
no,
she won't be arrested based solely on the warrant. So it says, relying upon a 67-year-old warrant while it's an interesting academic exercise would be unsound police work. And this is by a law professor at the University of Mississippi. He's from the University of Mississippi, so take that.
He's from Mississippi. He already, his granddaddy was actually a part of that whole thing. Because we're talking about the 50s. That's not that long ago. My mother was born in, would she want me to give her age out? I don't care.
Nah, I wouldn't do
it. I don't care. I think she okay. My mother was born in 1950. So she was 5 years old when this happened. So her grandparents, right, would have been during this whole time. And my great aunt is from Mississippi. Wish I could have had this discussion with her because she would have known exactly, but unfortunately, I can't. So I say all that to say, it's wrong on so many levels. And I feel like his family is still owed justice. It was wrong. And they don't want to admit it to today. And that's what bothers me the most, that years later, it's still not wanting to be admitted. Honestly, like, because this lady should be able to tell you at 80, she's not like incoherent, right? Like she doesn't have, I mean, I didn't hear anything that she has like Alzheimer's or anything like that. So she's at the age where she can say, yes, I did.
Listen. If her old ass can order a Big Mac, her old ass can do that time that she got left. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. You know, old people like Big Macs. I'm not trying to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. They need to arrest that old ass lady for what she did. I'm sorry to whoever's watching that. I keep calling her old ass lady, but that's how I feel. We're literally still going through the same things now. All it takes is for someone to say one white lie, and we're thrown under a jail, or we can be hanged, or we can be shot. And now you have a situation where you can literally right the wrong. This shit is literally in our social studies books for kids right now. Like, everyone knows the truth. She has admitted that she lied. Arrest her ass, yo. Throw her underneath the jail, man. Put her in there with R. Kelly, old dusty ass, man.
You know what's the real sad part is, even if they arrest her right now, what about what's happening today?
What do you mean?
the legalness, which is not a word, of how cops are still like, where's
That's
the
a whole
difference?
that's a but the thing is, that's a whole nother story. We got to get started somewhere. And even though we can't bring Emmett back and we can't, bring back the hurt of his family and his friends, we can at least do the job that was supposed to have been done in
Of giving
1955.
rightful justice. I wholeheartedly
I
agree.
don't want to hear that shit about she was in another county. If there was a black man in another county, they would have sent the dogs out. They would have done everything possible to make sure that they got that person off the streets.
Yep.
Arrest her old ass, you know what I'm saying, and send her where she need to go. You know what I'm saying? Let her finish her time out there and think about what she did, man. Let's
All
let's
right.
let's let's move on. Unfortunately, we're moving on to another ridiculous situation, and it feels like once again, ironically, right before what is labeled as July 4th Independence Day, a black man is killed by police. Ironically, the city has canceled its July 4th celebration because of it. So if you haven't been able to check, and I what's crazy about this is that I'm not seeing this in as many places as it should be. Like, it's not making national news like it should.
They don't
So
want it to.
so in Akron, Ohio, police officers fired almost 100 rounds during the chase that started as a traffic stop. So yes,
And
so it
then they
started as
said, oh, go ahead.
police tried to pull over Jalen Walker, a 25-year-old DoorDash driver, for a traffic infraction on this was actually last Monday.
Mm-hmm.
The Akron police said during the pursuit, Walker fired a gun from outside the vehicle, a claim that Walker's family has completely denied.
Right.
They said that as he kept driving away, Walker jumped out of his vehicle and was chased by police on foot. They don't know why Walker fled the car because he had no criminal record or anything of that sort.
He was
Um,
scared. He's a black man.
the autopsy show the autopsy showed that 8 officers fired more than 90 rounds at Walker, with more than 60 of the rounds striking his body. The wounds are on all sides and all parts of his body. Um, the police officers have not been publicly identified yet, but of course, they've been placed on administrative leave pending the conclusion of the investigation. A weapon was recovered from inside of Walker's car, but they said there's no evidence showing that the firearm was in the car or that the firearm was discharged at an officer.
You want my thoughts? My thoughts is I have no hope for this country anymore. I have no hope for black men in this country anymore. I'm tired of how we keep praying about something that people in authority. One of the out of the 8 officers, one of the officers were black. Not that that matters at this point. The other piece is, in what right mind do you this first of all, did you see this young man?
Yeah.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
Frame wise, 60 rounds shooting 90 rounds at him for what? Did he go around? I can't even. He didn't go around killing people. Like, he wasn't in the schools shooting up kids. He was like, so out of all the crimes that happen and the white counterparts that have straight up machine guns, they're always walked into the car and sat down and walked out, and we are executed. This was an execution. This was close to a lynching is what I feel like. No different, just different times, different year from Emmett Till. So I don't have much thoughts because honestly, I don't have much hope for this country. And that's it. My thoughts.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you I don't want to say you become numb to it, but you don't really know how to react to it because you want to react with anger. Of course, we don't know what
We
happened,
just
but
aren't
even
empowered to be able to do something to really see justice for what's happening, to really see real change to what's happening on these streets. You know, they
the
don't
thing,
care about us, and we get treated like such instead of you saying, hey son, put the gun down. I mean, if you are trained to shoot, you know how to shoot and wound. Why are we always shooting to kill? That is my biggest issue. You could
yeah,
have shot him in the leg and apprehended him and put cuffs on him
yeah, and
and
I think
found out
that's
the
the
story after that.
I think that's the issue, especially after people are looking at the that Proud Boy video where they were attempting to get into a restaurant or bar, and there was pepper spray used, and you could see the cops actually running from the area, which is odd. I don't really have too much to say on this. I will say more than 1,040 people have been shot and killed by the police in this last year alone. This is actually according to the Post. Although half of those people were white, Black Americans are shot at a disproportionate rate.
Hmm.
We account for less than 13% of the US population, but were killed by police at more than twice the rate of whites. Hispanics are also killed at a disproportionate rate, also. Um, I don't want to hear thoughts and prayers, anything. I don't want to hear justification as to why he was shot 90 times. Just definitely no need for that.
Huh.
But there's an issue, and with so many things going on and with so many things happening right now, it's kind of hard to ask people and to justify, oh, let's celebrate July 4th, Independence Day, when you don't really feel like you're free in a country that's constantly
You're
wanting to
not.
take
You're
away
not.
your
You're
rights.
not. You're
So
not. If
with
you
that, I
think
don't
you
even.
are, you're not.
And we got. And you know what's funny is that there's one more thing that we're supposed to cover here. I don't even want to cover it. I want to get to something different. I
Because it's
want to
gonna make me
change the
want to punch
mood.
the air. I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna feel like this is what's my favorite movie? Jeez. Um Boys in the Hood. And I'm gonna be
Wow, Boys in the
freaking
Hood is your
Lawrence.
favorite movie at this time?
No, what I'm
I feel like
saying is, what I'm saying is, Boys in the Hood is one of my favorite movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, you're saying at this time, we're still in this time. It doesn't matter. It's just a reality. I'm watching a reality. So what I'm saying is, I would be just like what's his name? Cuba Gooding Jr.
fighting
fight in
air.
the air. And so we gonna move
You
on to some
you
happy
got
Black news.
you got to show us. You got to show us you fighting air.
Ha! No. Anyway. No. But that's where I feel like this is gonna go, where I'm just gonna be like, I'm so sick and tired, and I just don't want to. We not gonna do that. It's giving me Color Purple vibes. It's a lot. It's giving a lot, and it's gonna make me really angry. And I got things to do, so we're gonna go to happy Black news.
I'll fight the
Moving
air
on.
if I can get Nia Long at the end of it. I embarrassed myself the way he did. That's neither here nor there.
They said they
Uh,
said they had played. You seen the clip where they played it, and it was like, did he sniff her? Yeah. Oh, it was so funny. Anyway.
I would have too.
I wasn't
That's
paying
Nia
attention,
Long.
but I was like, maybe he did.
That's Nia Long. I would have too. Let's get into the main ingredients. Yo, this episode out of pocket. The BET Awards. The
The
BET Awards.
Black Entertainment
Not the soul.
Awards.
Now, if I could say this, the Soul Train Music Awards have been killing the BET Awards the last few years.
But BET just stepped their game up. They stopped with
I mean, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna
no,
say
no, no, no,
it was
because
still a hot mess.
they were doing more cookout tablecloth, seating arrangements, and I feel like whatever. I feel like they really tried and stepped it up. So I was really happy with the awards. But we're gonna cut to the main ingredient, so the meat and potatoes of this right here.
So what was the highlight of the show for you? Like what was your favorite part of the show?
So I really enjoyed P. Diddy's performance, although
Mhm.
uh, there were some funny parts in there. But I will say I think that was the highlight of the show. I actually really enjoy all the new artists
Mhm.
that performed. The song You Don't Like with Money Long. Um,
Us, mine. Yo, I just want to say this, okay? TikTok and Instagram will kill your desire to hear a song
it's true.
immediately. When that damn song came out, y'all put that on every video. Y'all put that on videos of y'all making vegan seafood. Y'all put that on videos of y'all coloring with your kids. Y'all put that on videos of y'all putting lotion on your feet. We don't have to hear the same song over and over and over again. What does yours, mine, and ours have to do with the fact that you out gardening in the yard, man? Huh? You can't play some cameo?
I don't
Huh?
know. I
You
don't
the
know.
whispers, give us something different. You scroll down
All
everywhere.
right.
Yours,
This is a tangent
mine,
alert.
and ours. I could do it, it be people voting. I could do this for hours. I don't care. Go ahead.
Rock the boat, rock the boat. Okay. Okay,
They
so
doing it with
back to
Beyonce now too. Well,
what
whatever.
my doing this with you today. Um the highlight. So that was my highlight. You asked what my
Mhm.
highlight. What was your highlight? Because since you just like
Um, you know what? I want to say the Diddy performance was only because it was nostalgic. I mean, if we're being honest,
right.
that
We
Joan was
wasn't
a
gonna
bit
see
of.
Mace out there. We know that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm tired of hearing about Mace. I don't care nothing about Mace. Okay, big dog, you had your time. You were past the 1 week, and then the next week you want to smoke with Diddy again. Okay, is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one mic? You just gotta tell us. Um,
First of all, that's
I
nice, but okay.
Well, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, make a choice, dog. What is it? What you gonna do?
Okay.
Um, I love Diddy's performance only because it was nostalgic, but it did show also that maybe even either Diddy's lost his step
Nigga,
or
he's 45, 40. No, he's
Diddy
50.
50.
50. He's 50. How much loss of steps you want him to have? Because he's 50. He
But
did good.
what I'm saying is this, right?
It's always people
Diddy
trying to
Diddy
hate.
was Diddy was completely off, yo. You know what I'm saying? Jodeci, it was good to see Jodeci, but come on. They
But
probably extended that
Diddy,
joint a little bit too long. Diddy was up
Diddy is
there
a
out of breath.
perfectionist.
Diddy was up there out of breath. Kim missed
She missed
her cue.
the whole half of the song. The best part of the song, she missed. And then she was
Yeah,
looking like, I don't even hear the song. And he's like, just keep going.
yeah.
So I mean, of course, it showed your age, but it's like, I give these people grace. Now, granted, Kim
How much grace you want
needs
me to
to.
give him?
Okay, Diddy, first of all, last night I watched the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Again because I watched it before when it first came out and in 2017. They did excellent. It was 2017. Here we are, 5 years right later, and I think the performance was really good. First of all, I was happy to see Jodeci. A. Mary is still popular right now, so
Yeah.
we don't expect nothing less from her. Um, Lil Kim, I just feel like she need to lose weight or cut some of it off because it's looking real irregular. I mean, we already know how much plastic surgery she's had, but she's looking like a bee for real, like a bee, like a literal bee, like the bug, a bee. Like,
Nah, you foul. You foul.
did you see
You
the
foul.
shape?
I'm not getting into I'm not
First of all,
shaming
Kim is
that
my
woman.
girl. Kim is my girl. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, and when you get older, your body transforms. You start gaining weight in places you wasn't gaining weight. And when you've had surgery, which I haven't had the luxury yet, but I'd be open to, some flatness somewhere. You gain
Stay on
weight,
track.
in other places. So wherever you didn't have surgery, you're gaining weight. And so if it's your hips that you didn't have surgery in, you're getting wider. So I say all that to say, and she's close to 50. So
You know what? Based on what you just said, I want to change. I want to change my vote. Diddy's was okay. I liked Kirk Franklin's performance.
I was gonna say that too.
I liked Ella May. Ella May's so fine, yo. And just listening to her
Who's not
talk,
fine?
I would write her a bad check. You know what I'm saying? I would write Ella May a bad check. I liked Chloe Bailey.
That was
Chloe's
cute.
Chloe's slowly morphing herself into a mini Beyonce.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say
but
it.
that she groomed them.
That's what I'm saying. Like
So
she's really getting there. I, I don't get Lotto. I mean,
she's not my
I commend her.
generation.
I commend her because she's dope. She does her thing.
She does what she wants, but she's not my
Mariah,
generation. So I can't.
Mariah coming out, I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But for me, it was probably Kirk Franklin, Ella May, and Chloe. Those were amazing performances for me.
Good.
And to see Babyface get up on stage still performing, I thought that was dope too.
That was excellent. And to see the black hooded face, Yee decided to show up and get. I thought his speech was really good. I thought it was sincere. It came from the right place. I don't know why he looks like the beekeeper. That's what I'm saying. If
Big
him
Dog was
and Little
gasping
Kim
for air.
was together, they actually looked like they were in the same performance. Anyway,
I was praying for him while he was talking because I was hoping. I was like, yo, don't let this man pass out on stage, dog. Like, fam, take the joint down, yo. Yo, I miss the old Kanye. I know we ain't supposed to keep saying that.
Money change
but
you. Money change you. You become weirder and weirder.
Money gonna change me too.
You won't know that until you get them dollars coming
money gonna
in.
change me. I ain't gonna know. I ain't gonna know nobody. You know
y'all hear him right now, right? So he might be answering your call.
Name. I'm changing my name to Wilders. I'm walking around with muscle shirts on, with my belly button hanging out. You know I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? My joint gonna be lotioned up. Mm-hmm. Yo, y'all not gonna know me, dog. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be drinking $1,000 bottles of water and just spitting them out on people like I'm Tupac. All that.
No, he not. It's a freaking lie.
Whatever.
Moving on. BT Awards was great. Yada 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 yada. Y'all, well, it was good to me. I actually liked it, despite what Will.
But it wasn't the performance of the week. That one goes to Omarion and Mario in the verses. Let me tell you something.
Listen,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Omarion might have lit fire to his career. That joint is over.
First of all, he was Omarion was humping a mic stand. Then him and his coon brother gonna eat watermelon. Now, granted, everyone said
his coon brother.
You gotta, I mean, come on, like it wasn't, if it was at your concert and you made that decision, fine, it's your concert, people paid just to come see you. But we're talking about a versus competition, about two artists that are using their artistry and yada yada yada. You turned it into what was your Instagram stories of how you go down on a woman, to you and your brother doing it together. I just thought that didn't look good at all. And it wasn't nothing sexy about it. It was more or less disgusting or you need to find you a woman to get with. Like, my thing is, if you are that.
So, I'm going to be honest, because I know where you're going with this and I don't even want to let you continue. Versus has jumped the shark. Yeah. Versus is not the same anymore. They need to get back to the days of the Jill Scott, Erykah Badu joint, where like they celebrating everybody,
But
where
what
it's
they
more about
said
the
was they
artistry
can't
and
control the
telling
artists.
stories.
They said
You
like
can't
so.
control the artist, but it's your show. You can't set precedents. These whole concerts and all this other stuff for these people, it doesn't work anymore because these people are being exposed. First of all, Mario was on 100%
I'm going to
violence,
a Mario concert though. I'm down to. I told my
but
friend.
Mario could always sing, so that
Right.
was never the issue. And
But
Mario
so
had
could
hits.
Omarion. He just didn't want to perform right.
So did you read all the comments from the B2K members after the fact? Because apparently Omarion can't sing.
No, they were going in. I did see some, but I didn't, But
Man,
but they probably can sing better, but he got the lead for the most part of most of their songs.
okay, but here's the thing. If you didn't read it, come to find out on the first album, that's not even him singing.
Mm.
It's you remember I want to say it's Steve Russell from Truth.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the lead singer from Truth? Apparently, he sang all the lead vocals on the first album.
So then what happened when they went on tour? They focused on getting his vocals right to be ready.
They were focused on making sure that they could do them damn dances so them girls wouldn't care about.
Because all he was doing all night was dancing. So, but the highlight of my night, first of all, I'm in Panama watching this. I'm by myself. I had the opportunity to have wine. That was lovely. And I'm on the balcony, and the funniest thing ever that I probably played 700 times was when oh God, what's his name now? Not Pleasure P. What's it, Pleasure P?
Jeremiah. Bruh.
I have laughed so hard every day. The whole after that, I was on the floor, catch me going through the city, and I was like, "This nigga don't get it. He's high. He don't get it. He's high." And then it was just like I said, if he would have stopped with starting it off like we, and he just was like, "Okay, tease y'all, have a good night," we would have been fine.
Nah, he didn't do that. Mario told him don't do it.
He was like, no, and I was like,
Mario pleaded with that man not to do it, and he still went along with it and did it anyway. That's on him.
Through the city. So between him and Ray J holding the baby, talking about Brandy, I'm gonna get those next, and then was like, it's because I had the baby that I couldn't sing. It was just those two with the highlight. And I said, honestly, I would have just enjoyed the first part of Verses, and we could have just been done for the night because it was a joke.
It seemed like everybody out there had vendettas that they were trying to get off.
It was a joke.
Sammy went hard at Ray J, and Mario tried to destroy Omarion, and that was just.
And Sammy looking like the Black Jesus. Like, you're confusing. You have dreads and a beard. Like, figure it out, because all you repping is when you was 12, but you're 30 now. So I don't understand what we were talking about here. So it was just, I enjoyed it. They were very entertaining.
You came from Panama just committed to violence.
It's not violence, it's truth.
Wow.
I speak truth and nothing but the truth. Anyway, so it was a great Verses. But like you said, I do agree that Verses needs to get back to the real thing, and authentically celebrate music instead of people being on there throwing shots and arrows and bows at each other.
It's all good. It's all good. Let's go ahead and get into the seasons and spices of it all. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and just dive into it. Robert Kelly has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. Now, keep in mind, this is only one of, I think, 4 trials he has. What are your thoughts on that?
Bye-bye. Sayonara. R. Kelly deserves it. What do we, I mean, honestly, like, now granted, a lot of people say, oh, 30 years is a lot. But when you think about the psychologically, all that he has done to young girls that are adults now that have to kind of deal with that years of therapy and trauma, um, even God rest her soul, Aaliyah, like, just he's been doing it for so long. What about the people we don't know? What about the people he peed on? All of this stuff is just like, he's done a lot to women. So I feel like, listen, you've had your fun. You were in the clubs. You lived life. You traveled the world. You got your money. God spared you during those times. Now it's time for you to do the real time. We'll see you at
Somebody
80.
somebody about to play with his ignition in prison. Moving on.
Oh, they probably already did that.
We want to send a definitely prayers up for full recovery. Shaka Zulu, who is literally Atlanta staple, disturbing Peace CEO. If anybody in the music industry has done something, Shaka Zulu has been a part of it.
Right.
An amazing individual. If you get a chance to meet him, he was actually shot outside of an Atlanta club. Atlanta's just getting out of control. So we definitely want to send well wishes to him,
I heard
his family. I hear that he is
recovering.
recovering.
So we thank God for that. And I just, let's just keep your prayers on this generation that just feel like at any time they ready to pull the trigger. I don't know what's going on out here, but I've been reading a lot of crazy stories, even happening in Atlanta, in these clubs, outside the club, with kids and baby daddies taking kids. It's a lot going on. So we not only are we fighting with cops that are trying to don't want our lives, but then we're in our same communities and we're destroying each other's lives. So I don't know what the solution to that is, but we got to change, people, for real, for real. It's really sad out here, the things that we're doing to ourselves in our own community, let alone what we got to face every single day. And I know it's hard. We're in a recession. That's what they say. Pandemic, post-pandemic, we still in pandemic. People still getting COVID. Be careful out here. That's all. Stay prayed up and be careful out here.
Gas too high for me to go outside, let alone go to the club, shoot somebody. But it's getting out of control. We definitely got to do something about that. Finally, as we end the show, and I wanted to save this for last. Shakira's arch nemesis is preparing to drop an album.
Nemesis? What?
July 29th. The woman that Shakira is constantly beefing with in her head on a consistent basis, Beyonce, Giselle knows, is dropping a brand new album. And on top of that, Drake
just know her.
Drake just dropped the whole album, because I do. Drake just dropped the whole album, also the same vein, getting to house music, and social media don't know what they're doing or how they feeling. We need to stop judging albums based off of 15-minute listens and being like that, because y'all hated Drake's album the first week, and now it's a bop, and y'all playing all the songs on y'all Instagram stories and y'all TikTok Drake's videos every week.
Fire. First of all, I listen to it every morning on my morning walk. I can listen to it from the beginning to end. I'm from Jersey. We like club. I'm actually walking and dancing. I'm like, hey, now granted, this is battle between where it came from: Baltimore, Jersey, Detroit, Chicago. And then some people are saying New York, but New York, get out of here. Y'all ain't never really been into club. You're just a next door neighbor. But it's crazy in the whole country. Like, it's only like 3-4 states that actually like really is into club. And house and club can be different. So people say that, but anyway, it's a great album. As far as Beyonce's new song, I like it, although everybody's saying why she's singing about 9 to 5s and she's never had one. I totally agree with that, but you can't break my soul be in my in my head. Like I do like that because you really feel like you can't break my soul. Like so I'm
So
ready for her uplifting. I actually out of all the not all the albums, because I like the first two. Out of all the other albums after that, I'm actually looking forward to this Beyonce album dropping. Plus, tag, who did her album? Was it Babyface? Not Babyface. There's a producer that did this album, and right now it's off the tip of my tongue. So if you're watching, I know you know. But I'm excited for her album, despite what this hater across from me is saying. I am excited about her album, and I'm looking forward to it. But I mess with Drake album. It's rocking.
That's the first time you said that you actually enjoy Beyonce's music. So this is the first time for everything. I guess you came back from your trip and you were
I enjoyed her first album. I enjoyed her second album. I played those on repeat. I was going through something in my life. After that, not really. But now I'm back on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you're getting from Culture Gumbo from now on. Apparently, is Shakira backtracking like a defensive back.
You know
because
what?
she was trashing Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
I've never trashed Beyonce.
She still ran the polls for George W. Bush, so let's take that for what it's worth. As we close out the show, Shakira, what are you listening to? What are you watching?
Ooh. So of course I've listened to Drake. That's right now. That's on heavy rotation. Watching. So I'm actually watching Umbrella Academy, although I don't like it this season. I started watching that. I don't like it. I watched a few Black movies. I can't think of the name right now. They just came out and now I'm going blank. Dang. I was ready for this question today too. And now it's been a long day and I can't remember. But that's what I'm watching right now, Umbrella Academy. And I was watching, I'm looking forward to, what is it called? Stranger Things. The next episode is about to come out this week. I'm excited for that. Isn't it crazy? Like I really like Stranger Things.
I can never get into Stranger Things.
It's good.
I want to start from scratch and watch from the beginning, but I'm having a hard time. Right now I am listening to that new Breezy album. And also, if you're not familiar with him, Dear Salas. Dear Salas just dropped the album called It's Giving Self Love. That's really dope. If you're not familiar with Dear Salas, he's done some joints with Big Crit. I think the song most people probably know for I don't know. He got that joint, Skirt Skirt. You gotta go listen to it.
See, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. That's what it started.
No, Dear Salas. Dear Salas is lyrically amazing. So definitely give him a listen. You didn't care anyway, because I mean you beef with Beyonce, so we can't take what you say for anything anyway.
Whatever.
Right now, what I'm watching, I just got finished watching.
You don't have any new albums?
It's Giving Self Love by Dear Salas is the new album. It just dropped a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it's not on my Apple. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
You must got the free version because it's on Apple.
No, I don't.
You got the free version of
Maybe
Apple. We already know you do.
I'm misspelling his name.
You know what I'm saying? Do you pay for Hulu too?
Now I do, because somebody gave me up and put me on the curb.
Who put you on the curb?
I don't know, but I can't get in, so now I gotta pay for it. Anyway,
who put you on the curb? Because there's still an account on my joint that say freeloaders, but whatever. Yo, she gonna choke me out when we get off. Y'all, thank you for being here for another episode of Madness with Culture Gumbo. We appreciate y'all listening.
You know what? Will is full of
we hope y'all enjoy the show. This week, be kind to one another, relax, take that day off, even if you're not celebrating July 4th. Make some burnt hot dogs. If they're paying
y'all, be off. Unfortunately, they're not paying me, so I'm working. But if y'all can tell also, we did just change up our segments. So, we'll just casually like, yeah, we on to this next thing. But these are our newer segments. So
Why are you
expect to
trying
see
to play
them.
me? Wow. Okay. You know what? Whatever. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Definitely look out for those social media posts this week. Keep your ears to the ground. I ain't got nothing else, man. Keep the main thing the main thing. I feel betrayed right now, but it's all good. Karen, take us out.
We thank y'all for watching another episode of Culture Gumbo, and we will see you next week. Until
The
then,
betrayal.
peace.
The betrayal.